Hello everyone, Junebug with Junebug CB Repair, BMK Amps. Got a one driving 4 here today. We just finished up for Mr. Leo. He wanted me to do a video on it so he can kind of grasp on what we were trying to accomplish with this amp. It has some really unique features on it. We have a variable. Not only do we have a variable, but we have this is a one driving 4, but we have a bypass switch. We can bypass the driver, and both work in tangent with each other. And it's I built a lot of amps with this, and naturally I built a lot of amps with this. I don't think I've ever done. Matter of fact, I know I haven't ever built one with both. And it was a weird. It was a weird request, but that's what he wanted, so we tried our best. Excuse me. So we're gonna get after it, kind of go through this with him, and y'all can view as well. And we're just gonna see, kind of see what we got going on. So let's get this in here. All right. I didn't want to put a lot of decals all over the front of the box, you know, the little clear back black stick-on stickers and things. You just get too much on there, and I don't think it looks very nice. So hopefully everything's pretty well self-explanatory on and off, which, you know, I guess once she gets to using the box, he'll know where everything is. Here we have sideband, we have preamp, and our bypass for our driver. So let's start at the beginning. Driver's off. We'll kind of demonstrate what we got going on here. So we're dead key in about 1,000 watt slug forward position. Dead key in about 210. So 600 watts on the button. We're driving with about 17, 18 watts is what we're driving the amp with. So naturally you can get more out of a straight 4 if you put more than 20 watts in it, for sure. But she's doing pretty good at the voltage we're at. We're 13.8, 13.9 is where we're holding out. Transformers on the low tap, so it's fine. He's not looking to just gobs of power and trying to tear the world up. He's wanting something that's going to last forever, and hopefully this will accommodate that. So anyway, we're dead keying pretty good. About 600 watts on the key. And here we go, trying to work one hand again. Let me get this on the antenna. Alright, maybe y'all can hear that. I'm going to demonstrate the sideband circuitry on it. So we're holding, relay's holding in on the delay for about a second or so, which is fine. Our preamp. Preamp works as it should. Got our variable wide open. So let's go to our driver section. So now the driver section is engaged. Still with 1,000 watt slug, forward position. Put a little dead key on it. And I'm doing this with the radio, not with the amplifier. I'll tell you what. Leave it there. So about 300 watts on the dead key. Hello, audio. So we're over 1,000 watts. In the 5x position. So now we'll read the middle scale. Still on the 350 watt key that we had from earlier. Just a touch over 1100 watts. So let's go back to center position. It's kind of tough, all this stuff with one hand. So we went through the sideband, we went through the preamp. I'm going to turn the radio up a little bit with the variable, just so you can see what's going on. Turn the radio up a touch more. So we're still at the 1000 watt slug. Alright, so we're 600 watts on the dead key. Alright. Now, I'm not going to touch the radio. Still 600 watts on the key. I'm going to work just the variable. Kind of try to do this one-handed. So the variable is wide open. 600 watt key. I'm going to slowly turn this variable down. The full spectrum of the variable we have control over, running through the driver section. As I continuously to back down, wattage falls and depreciates as it should. All the way down, which is where we're at. We can start coming up. And just, Leo, just to give you an idea, I mean, we're at a 1000 watt scale. So the 220 on the bottom line would be 200. The middle line would be 100. I mean, there's 100 watts, there's 200 watts, 300 watts, and so forth. And we can put this anywhere. I mean, if I want 220 watts, I can get 220 watts. If I want 420 watts, I can get 420 watts. I can stick it anywhere I want to put it by doing nothing but controlling the variable. Up and down. Up and down. I think it's the box is tuned just absolutely perfect. And to have this kind of control, I think it's really, really great. So now we'll turn the variable back a little bit. Let's stick us on the 300 watt scale. Notice the fan's very quiet. With everything that's going on, very cool blowing out the back. Nothing's getting hot. We do have these two back fans capped off to where we're forcing air around the rectifier bridge, through the front of the amp, under the heat sink, and out the back. So the cooling efficiency is second to none. I think it works very well. And Talk Time and Skipland kind of stands behind that. But that's your amp. Everything's working as it should. Still at about 300 watts on the key. Slammed in the corner. Alright, Mr. Leo, I hope I explained everything. This switch, make sure when you go to your big radio that this switch is off. If it's on and you key it with 60 or 70 watts or whatever you're doing on the dead key coming out of that radio, the driver isn't going to last, or a final section uphill. I mean, something's going to give, and it's going to give up pretty reasonably quick. So make sure, Mr. Leo, if you're running your big radio, this is off, please, sir. And that should be it. I hope everything's well. If you have any more questions about it, feel free to contact me and we'll go over it some more. Excuse me. But other than that, man, I'm going to get her boxed up and get her coming to you so you can run all your radios you have, multiple radios. If you pick a radio up that's got 4 or 5 watt dead key, no problem. Turn your driver section on, turn your variable down until you get, you know, your 200-300 watts, whatever you want, 350, whatever you want to key your driver at, I mean your box. Turn it back with the variable. When you get it set, talk. When you change radios and you're, you know, a single final or either a dual final radio that you need the driver on, you can control anything at all times with the variable. When you go to bypass, you're running straight 4 now. Now you can run the big radio and you can key whatever you want to key in it, and still want to be within reason. I mean, you know, I demonstrated, you know, the amp will key whatever you give it. If you want to key 1,000 watts, it'll key 1,000 watts. I'm not saying that's where you need to run it, by no means. Usually, you know, 1 to 4. So if it's doing 1,000, you know, 250 watts is a great key. Some like a little bit more, 300, 350. You know, some key them 500. I think it's a bit much for a one driving 4. I like the 250, 300 range. It seems to work out really well there, and the boxes last a great while. So, with all that being said, enjoy it, have fun. It's been a pleasure doing business for you. Mr. Leo, your friend, your June bug, BMK Amps. Bum bum.